In just 2 short weeks, a $750 check for everyone will be on the ballot in one state. This is a huge deal, and why I want to bring it to your attention here in this video, because this is likely going to kick off many more of these programs all across the country, sending out these annual one-time payments for literally everybody. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? Please make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button right down below. Also, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Again, with the big subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, and let's get into it and talk about it. Now, before I reveal the name of the state here, here's what I want to say. If you are not located within this state, you still may want to listen to this information. Here's why. This is the first of this type of program in the United States. There's many other programs out there that are similar to this one, but this is actually the first of its kind. And this one state and the residents of it will be voting on it here literally in about 2 weeks or so, give or take a couple days. My point is, if this passes in this state, which honestly I think it's going to pass, if it passes in this state, I would not be shocked one bit to see all of these other states out there piling on, jumping on the bandwagon, and doing very similar programs in their states as well, okay? So you probably want to know about this. If you don't want to watch, that's totally fine. Doesn't matter. I just want to bring this information to you. All right, so anyway, this would be the very first of the universal basic income type of program in the United States. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard you talk about these before. You're right. I've talked about universal basic income, but mostly I talk about guaranteed basic income. Huge difference. Guaranteed basic income, there's about 150 of these programs going on all across the country right now. These are programs that are highly specified on one certain group of people. It could be, new mothers, it could be men, it could be teens, whatever. They focus the guaranteed basic income on one specific type of person. However, a universal basic income is all-encompassing. Everybody, regardless of income, regardless of anything, everybody gets a check no matter what within the confines of the borders or whatever, region that they do this in, okay? In this one particular instance, it's a state, okay? Ready for the state? Oregon, okay? Oregon. This is the state, so they will be voting on this. Now, over the last several months here, they've had this petition where they've been walking around or whatever they do and trying to get people to support this petition. They've actually found that, wow, they're getting massive support on this thing. They're getting massive support from people in the state of Oregon who are actually supporting this and saying, yeah, we want a one-off $750 check. So let me tell you the details behind this, okay? Here's what they want to do, the plan in a nutshell. They want to tax corporations. They got to get the money from somewhere. They can't just pull it out of, well, you know where, right? You know what I mean. They have to get the money from somewhere, so they have to get it from corporations. So they're going to tax corporations, take that money, and funnel it back to the people, all of the residents in the state of Oregon. Now, when I say all of the residents, I literally mean all of the residents. That is the difference with a universal basic income versus a guaranteed basic income program. Guaranteed basic income would be very highly focused on a certain group of people. This would be every single resident in the state of Oregon would get a one-time $750 check per year. So every single year, you'd get a $750 check from the state of Oregon in what they're calling Oregon rebate. That's what they're calling it. I'm going to say this much, not a very salesy name, okay? I mean, here's the thing. If they really want to sell this and they really want it to look appealing, I would have come up with a better name. Oregon rebate? I'm sorry, that doesn't sound very appealing. I guess I'd come up with something like real flashy, right? Something that sounds a lot better than that. Because that doesn't really mean anything. Like, what do you mean by a rebate, right? So, anyway, that's just what they're calling it. So anyway, this is what it would be. Taxation of corporations and then the money funneled back to the residents of the state. Every single resident would be getting this. So, example, let's just say that you're a family of 4, okay? Regardless of income, you could be earning $5,000 a year. You could be earning $20,000 a year. You could be earning $400,000 a year. Doesn't matter. Universal basic income says checks for everybody, regardless of stature, regardless of demographics, regardless of income, regardless of household size, regardless of anything. Universal basic income says check for you, check for you, check for you. Everybody gets a check. That's how universal basic income works, right? So anyway, going back to the family of 4 here. For a family of 4, $750 a person would be $3,000 in this case. $750 by 4 is $3,000. So this family of 4 in this example would get $3,000 in this rebate because of this program, right? Now, here's the thing. It would likely come back as a refund on a tax, on the tax return. However, there would probably be an option to advance it to people that don't file a tax return, like, gee, I don't know, fixed income, low income, those individuals that typically don't file a tax return. There's plenty of people out there. A huge percentage of the population does not file a tax return either federally or with their state, because they don't need to in a lot of cases. Which, by the way, quick disclaimer, nope, this is not tax advice. This is not accounting advice. This is not professional legal advice in any way, shape, or form. Just want to throw that out there, just let you know, okay? My point is, there's a lot of people that don't file a tax return, just like the stimulus checks that we saw distributed from the federal government a few years ago. Same thing. It was an advance on a refundable tax credit. In other words, they advanced us the cash on the money they were going to give us anyway, in the form of a credit on our tax return. Well, that's what they would probably do here in this instance as well. They give you the option. I would anticipate this is how it goes. I have not seen this specifically written out, but this is just how all checks like this work. It's like, hey, do you want an advance payment now? Or do you want to claim it on your tax return? Or the other option is, hey, if you don't file a tax return, we'll just drop it into your bank account, no big deal. Or we'll just throw a check in the mail for you, not a problem, right? Just watch for your $750 to arrive. So this will be on the ballot literally a couple weeks from now, give or take a couple days, and the state of Oregon will be voting on the first of its kind universal basic income program in the United States. That's why this is a big deal. Okay, now let's just say that you're located in, I don't know, Florida or Texas or Alabama or New York or whatever. It doesn't matter. Any state that's out there, okay? Illinois. I'm just giving out random state names, okay? My point is, let's say that you're located in any state across the country and you're thinking, but I'm not in Oregon. Why do I care? Here's why you care, okay? Well, here's the thing. If you don't care, that's fine. I'm not saying that you have to care, but I'm saying here's why you may want to start caring about this. There are other states out there, believe it or not, that have this on their radar. They're watching closely. Remember, the first guaranteed basic income program started in Stockton, California in 2019. Since then, we've seen 150 of these guaranteed basic income programs pop up. My point is, all it takes is one. As soon as one does it, it's usually the herd mentality, and then all the others follow suit, and they do kind of something very similar. My point is, all eyes are on Oregon with this, and if they pass this, I would bet, 100% bet you, that there will be more states that jump onto this and say, hey, great idea, we love it, let's do it in our state. And then we see all these other states jumping on and doing the exact same thing. That's why we want to pay attention to this. If it fails, first off, I don't think it's going to fail. I think this thing's going to pass no problem whatsoever. But if it does fail for some reason, then I think other states would say, well, it failed for this reason. We're going to try it in our state anyway. I don't think this is the end of this. And I do think we're going to see more of these universal basic income programs showing up on a much, much, much larger scale across the country in respective states. And maybe they don't do the UBI, the universal basic income approach, and send out a check to everybody. But maybe they do a very, very, very broad, they do a very broad guaranteed basic income program. Maybe they do that within the states, and they do something very broad rather than a very small group of people saying like, we're just going to send out checks to new mothers between the ages of 18 and 25 or whatever, which that is what they do sometimes. Maybe they'd say everybody with an income under $100,000 gets this check. Okay, my point is that would encompass a huge percentage of the population in every single state. Anyway, all eyes on Oregon now going forward. I will keep you posted on this. That is why we want to continue watching this. All eyes are on them. We're watching them closely. And they kind of got the ball in their court right now. What are they going to do with it, right? Again, the first of its kind universal basic income program in the United States. This is going to be nuts. This is going to be kind of interesting to watch this whole thing play out. So either way, I want to bring this to your attention to let you know what's going on here. And just so we can keep an eye on this, there's a lot of these money handing out programs all over the place. And there's only going to be more and more and more who want to establish a guaranteed income. A guaranteed income. That basically means an income floor. Whether somebody is working full-time, working part-time, self-employed, selling stuff online, whatever it happens to be, it doesn't matter. At least with this type of program, it's a guaranteed income. They're guaranteed at least $750 for the year of income. It's not much. I totally understand. But that's the whole purpose here, is they want to establish a guaranteed income for these people out there. Make sense? All right, anyway, let's leave it at that for now. Again, if you know anybody that lives in the state of Oregon, share this video with them, please. If you're located in the state of Oregon, share this video with them. I would bet there's a lot of people out there that don't even know about this. Just share this video with them, and they can learn about this information. Anyway, hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. The big subscribe button down there. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, hit the like button, thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much. Appreciate that as well. Check out the other videos here on the channel, the 5,000 plus videos in the video library. The ones I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And right now showing up on your screen as well. You'll see some videos there. Check out one of those. Thanks again. Really appreciate you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you again soon.